Hello, my name is Angela, and today I'm going to show you a kindergarten lesson for mathematical concepts. I actually have two different activities for this. The first one is a warm-up. That's just going to focus on counting and adding. The second activity is subtraction, and at this point, it would be when the kindergartners are very solid with their counting and adding, and they're just starting to get into subtraction. There's two activities. The warm-up is just counting, so the required materials are actually just a smartboard. And the second activity is the subtraction activity. We'll need the smartboard, and also each student is going to get their own mat. You can laminate these to make it longer lasting, and each student will get a set of 10 snap cubes. So the objective of the first activity is just to warm them up, get their brains moving, remind them how the counting works, and just to do something fun on the smartboard before we get into the serious stuff. And the objective of the main activity is to use manipulatives to help them with simple word problems involving subtraction. So it would go a little like this. Good morning, class. Today we are going to talk about different ocean creatures, and we're going to do some fun activities to get our math skills moving. And let's start out our day by doing a little bit of addition and counting with the ocean animals. Today we have Ben. Ben's going to be helping us with this activity, and Ben's going to help us count some sea creatures out loud. So let's see if we can get these correct. Okay, so the first one is, how many turtles are there? Can anybody tell me how many turtles you see? One? Good job. Let's see. Oh, Ben says that is correct. Let's move on to the next. How many fish? There's a lot this time, so let's count out loud together. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see if we're correct. That's right. Good job. All right, Ben. Ben asks, how many whales are there? 2? Good job. All right. We're on to our fourth problem. How many jellyfish? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good job. Ben says we're almost to the treasure, so let's keep going. How many sharks are there? 4? Okay, let's see. Good job. Next problem, how many octopuses are there? Just 2. That is correct. Next up, seahorses. Let's count these out loud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good job. How many fish? I only see 1, Nemo. Just 1. Good job. Next, how many whales? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Great job. Jellyfish. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very good. I think we did a good job. Our minds are moving. We're really getting this math concept down pat. So let's talk about subtraction. Subtraction's a little bit harder than addition. Yesterday we talked all about subtraction, so I want to kind of reiterate what we learned. Can anybody tell me what subtraction is? So subtraction is if we have objects, we take objects away from each other, or numbers. So for instance, if I have 2 pieces of paper and I take 1 away, 2 minus 1, who can tell me? 1, that's right. So today's lesson, I'm going to tell you guys some stories. Each story is going to end in a question. This is actually called a word problem. So while I tell you the story, I want you to use your snap cubes. Everybody should have snap cubes. They come apart. There are 10 of them, so you will be using your snap cubes as I tell you the question for you to figure out what the answer is. So if you have any questions, you need any help, you can ask a neighbor, but I'll also help you too if you need it. So because we're practicing subtraction, that should tell you that we're going to start with a bigger number, we're going to take away, and end up with a little bit smaller number. So who's ready? Everybody? Perfect. So here's my snap cubes. I just put them big on the screen for you guys to see. And I will, like I said, tell you a word problem, and you're going to tell me the answer. Now, I want everybody to work independently, that means by yourself, to come up with the best answer possible, and then I'll pick on somebody who is sitting quietly to tell me what they came up with. So the first one, I'll show you the format in case you're a little bit confused. 3 fish were swimming in the ocean. So you'll want to have 3 cubes on your mat because that's the number we're starting with. 2 fish swam away. So take 2 away. How many fish are left? Carl? 1. Who agrees with Carl? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Do you agree or do you not agree? All right, everybody agrees. We just did a subtraction problem. That is awesome. You guys are rocking it. Let's move on to the next one. So this one says there are 5 starfish sitting in the sand. So let's get our 5 starfish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One gets picked up by a diver. So let's say 1 gets picked up. How many do we have left? 4. Good job. Now, you guys can put all of your cubes back if you would like, and we'll start the next one. This one, we're starting to get into the more complicated numbers because you guys are just doing such a good job, and I really want you to just push yourselves and see what we can do. So the next one is 7 people go diving. So let's get our 7 people up. You can take your time to count it out because I know that's a little bit bigger of a number than we're used to. So 7 divers. They're going to look for treasure, such as our last lesson when Ben was helping us find the treasure. So 5 of these divers get a little hungry and they decide to go back to the boat for a snack. So 5 divers are leaving. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 divers are gone. How many are left? 1, 2. Good job. All right, our next one is 8 mermaids. Let's get 8 up here. And if you remember from our addition lesson, 4 plus 4 equals 8. So it's sometimes a little bit easier to group them together. So we have 2 sets of 4. That makes 8. So we have 8 mermaids. And 2 of them go up to the surface and say hello to the boaters out there. 1, 2, go. So how many are left? Let's count together because it's a little bit of a big number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did everybody get 6? Thumbs up? Good job! You guys are just doing so awesome. I am proud of you. All right, so this is our last subtraction problem. Ooh, and this is a big one. We probably should have kept our cubes up. We're going to use all 10. All 10. So let's get those up on your mats. Does everybody have all 10 cubes ready to go? All right. So 10 dolphins are swimming and jumping out of the water. And 3 of them decide, I'm done. I'm going to go take a nap. So let's have 3 of our dolphins go bye-bye. How many are left? What do you think, Sarah? 6. Well, let's count together and see how you did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, there's really 7, but that's okay. That's okay. Maybe your cube fell off and you didn't notice. So there we go. That was really good. Everybody did such a good job. Now I want you to put your cubes back together so everything's nice and clean, and go and put your cubes back in the drawer over there, and we'll get ready for our next activity.